In our news bulletin tonight, we wanted to invite one of the biggest artists in East Africa. They're a group of young and energetic musicians who have a lot to offer. And luckily, they're here in the country to give us some of their best music and performances. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sauti Soul in the studios. You're welcome. How do you feel to be here?
It's good, man. It feels amazing.
Yeah,
It's our fourth time here, and every time we come here, it's only love, good vibes.
Yeah, man.
You know, we love it.
You love the place.
Yeah.
So Nerea, and Nerea is one of the songs that was very popular across Africa and of course the globe. I want to ask Savara, what does Nerea mean to you? I mean, when you talk about Nerea, do you share the same story?
That was a little bit malicious, huh?
That's an appropriate question for him.
Very appropriate.
Jimani, you have to say that. I think he has a story to tell, which of course could be inspirational.
No, Nerea is a song that, the way Nerea was written from a man's perspective, you know, always like when you look at matters of like getting rid of a pregnancy, it's always like from the woman's perspective. But Nerea was from a man's perspective, whereby men are responsible. It was written from a perspective of responsible men who can be able to take care of their actions. So at times, us like men, we want to take care of our responsibility. So it's not always on the side of the lady. Yeah, that's.
Are you trying to be smart and, you know, trying to go diplomatic answer?
No, just
I mean, we would understand.
If look. If any woman or girl out there thinks that I'm responsible for anything, let me come later.
There's something also. My grandma used to say, like when God brings a child.
Yes.
She always used to tell us all the time, when God brings a child, He brings a plate for the child.
True.
So if you have a child out there, bring that child here. We feed it.
Yeah.
And it was just part of the inspiration also behind the song. And it's just to look at the act of early pregnancy and stop looking at it like a curse and stop stigmatizing it and understand that life just continues.
Polycap.
Yes,
now
yes.
tell us, you mentioned a few names in that song, you know, mentioning big celebrities, and of course you mentioned our president here.
Okay.
What does that mean? Does he carry that inspiration to you guys in the sense that you reach at a point of mentioning him in the song? Why did you do that?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's one of the most inspirational leaders that we have in Africa. And what he's done for this country is phenomenal, and we all recognize that as Kenyans and as Africans at large. So it was just speaking of the people that are very influential in the African, this African scene and what they've done for this continent. And he has played a big role. Like what you guys have been through years ago and where you guys are now, the development, you know, how the people are, just the vibe is right, and he's done a great job. So we honor him for that. Yes.
Interesting. You said it was not your first time to come in the country, and you said it was the fourth time, as a matter of fact. And of course, I want to ask Chimano, you were here for the Stromae concert, the Rwandan Belgian artist. Yes, you can celebrate.
Hey. Now we love Stromae.
Interesting. So I wanted to ask you, what does it mean for you to attend Stromae's concert, and should we expect something similar or even better for your concert?
Well, with Stromae was kind of like the first time I knew or we knew about Stromae was kind of like our first European initiation in terms of understanding what the European kind of sound, but then it's still very, very African in many aspects, like with the guitar. And I mean, the first song we listened to from Stromae was Alors on Danse. And like, we were in Europe at that point when that song was new, and we actually included it in our set somewhere in the middle. I'd actually forgotten. And so and then I mean now like then he did Formidable, then Papa Ute. The songs are they're very like, you know, they have the synth and the electronic sounds, but then they still have that signature guitar sound. It's African meets European in a good way. And Stromae as an artist, his aesthetic, just how he is, his stage presence, he sticks to the cause. He's there for music, he's there for his art. How he does his videos showing how he makes his songs.
So should we expect your concert to be similar?
Well, each artist with their poison. Yeah. So our concert Sauti Soul brings its own vibe.
True.
There is no way I'm going to tell you it's going to be similar, because it's not going to be similar.
True.
Stromae, Stromae is
And
is
Sauti
amazing,
Soul is
and
Sauti Soul.
Sauti Soul we come with our own way of doing things in our own flavor. Though we are influenced by Stromae in a mighty way. Yeah.
Okay.
Much.
Now, final question. I wanted to come back to you, BNMA. There's so much that we know about Africa in terms of leadership and also the arts, the music.
Yeah.
Do you think your music gone beyond the barriers of art and, reach out to the people, changing their lives and also doing something, more transformational? When it comes to education, poverty, social welfare. Do you think your music crosses those borders?
Well, Sauti Soul has an initiative called Soma Soma Initiative. And Soma Soma Initiative, Soma in Swahili means to study. I know in Rwanda it means to
No,
drink. Oh,
it actually means the same thing.
the same thing?
Oh, nice.
Okay. Nice. I was so bad. Someone lied to me.
That's another country.
It's okay.
Stop lying.
Anyway, moving on. Soma Soma Initiative is an initiative by Sauti Soul to create a generation of epic thinkers and to be able to challenge curriculum, to be able to challenge government, to give more in terms of funding, in terms of resources to the arts, and to allow children to dream, to allow children to become artists, to allow children who are artists to thrive in a world where right now everybody is being pushed into a science or into something like law. So we have our initiative is running in Kenya. I really hope we can find time to partner with some Rwandese schools and just go to schools and be able to also fellowship with the kids here and see their perspective. Because one thing we realize is that kids are the same across the continent and they're all, everyone is saying that they're leaders of tomorrow, but how are we inspiring them to lead? So that's the first thing. The second thing is what music has done also through Sauti Soul, by us guys dancing with, for example, Obama. We met the French ambassador and he told us that has done more for relations between Africa and America than
Any diplomatic
meetings. So music and dance is, in that light, used to create cohesion. And that's an amazing thing as well. So there's thousands of other examples I could give, but there's only positive things to say for what music can do for the people of Africa. And I feel like the governments, even I'm challenging the Rwandese government to invest in the musicians of Rwanda because it creates revenue, it creates a platform for people to express themselves and a platform for people to educate other people. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now we've come to the end of our interview, and of course, to our viewers, they would like to hear a few, a little bit of your music to know that it's the real thing.
What do we do, man? What's
So your latest song.
Kuliko Jana?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, man. This song, I don't know if you understand it, but this song is a tribute to everybody who keeps on falling short of the glory. But God just keeps on loving you and blessing you, and you don't understand why.
Blessings
For us
and
to be here in
blessings.
Rwanda right now, it's just a blessing. But
Amen.
we don't deserve it.
Okay.
Bwana ni mwokozi wangu, tena ni mwokozi wangu. Ananipenda leo kuliko jana. Baraka zote hazitishi, si kama binadamu abadiliki. Ananipenda leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana.
Wow. Thank you very much, and we'll continue with the news.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
All right.
Murakoze.
Did anyone do a count?